Today, we're checking in with one of our original guests when the 9 a.m. show started almost 2 years ago. Attorney Alexis Gardner had been answering legal questions for us as part of her monthly segment during that time. And now she just moved to D.C. working as a federal public defender. So we thought we'd catch up with her, how things are going in the nation's capital. Good morning, Alexis.
Good morning, Dave.
First off, yeah, how's the new job? What does it entail? How's it going?
Everything is great. It's a whirlwind, but I'm really excited. I miss you and I miss Oklahoma, but I'm having a lot of fun. There's so much adventure here.
The Federal Public Defender's Office, you know, last time you were on the show, you said this is the office, not necessarily the role, but the office where now Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson practiced. Tell us a little bit about your office and what the Federal Public Defender does in D.C.
Well, my physical office is a little empty since I'm new, but
of course.
We handle, yes, mostly crimes, some international crimes that are committed in D.C., sometimes crimes that are committed in different embassies that are located here in Washington, D.C. And it's kind of interesting because it is a territory and not a state. Almost any crime that's committed could be prosecuted in federal court, but they also have what's called their superior court, which is kind of their equivalent to like Tulsa County Court, where they handle DUIs and state court type of crimes. The the U.S. Attorney's Office prosecutes both the state court type of crimes and the federal crimes. But here in the Federal Public Defender, we're handling more major traditional types of federal crimes. There are a lot of January 6th cases. So, you know, on January 6th, the people that stormed the Capitol, lots of them were from Oklahoma. So wow. I'm going to have some clients here that were actually living in Oklahoma, but they're being prosecuted here. My first case involved some illegal oil from Iran. So it's all kinds of exciting stuff, but it's kind of similar to Oklahoma after McGirt making, you know, Oklahoma Indian country. It's similar to that here, where like committing a crime here could be federal just because you did it here in this jurisdiction.
That's really fascinating. And in terms of, from a law perspective, is Washington, D.C. one of the places that lawyers up and coming want to end up making it to?
It is the place to be a federal attorney. It's, I would say, akin to being an actress in Hollywood.
Wow. Okay, well, I want to get a little bit on the personal side now because I've seen these pictures on social. You sent me some of these. Your son, Noah, is the most, like, precious. If I didn't have sons, I would say, like, top of the list. But, like, you know, you always love your sons. Noah, what have you and Noah been doing? This is beautiful.
Oh, we've been having so much fun. You know, the zoo. All the Smithsonian museums here are free, so that's amazing because everything else is really expensive. But we have a rooftop pool in our new apartment, and later today we're going to a cat cafe where they just serve you, you know, coffee and treats, and there are hundreds of cats, and I'm actually allergic to cats, but of course Noah loves cats, so we will go.
Of course.
You can adopt them if you want. We won't be doing that, but yeah.
How's the zoo? I've heard just amazing things about the National Zoo.
The zoo is incredible. It's so beautiful. It's almost like a botanical gardens because there's just so much lush vegetation. The one animal he wanted to see was the hyena because after we saw the Lion King musical in Tulsa at the PAC, he's been obsessed with hyenas, but they didn't have any hyenas there.
Bummer. Sometimes, you know, it kind of gets hot in D.C., right? Are some of the animals just not into the heat or just off exhibit for whatever reason?
I'm not sure. Actually, I'd say it's a little bit cooler than Oklahoma. It's just as humid, but not as hot.
Interesting. You know, I did want to ask one more thing because it's just so funny. When you move to a new city, you go on these adventures, and you sent me this picture of a guy sitting on a swing, like co-working or remote working, and then you're on the swing. What are these swings? Does Tulsa need these?
Tulsa absolutely needs these. So they're basically their equivalent of like picnic benches. And there's some right outside my office. People go eat their lunch there and you can just sit there and swing, have a meeting. It's much more fun than just sitting at a regular picnic bench. So I've been taking my breaks at the swing set because, you know, there's a lot of walking going on here, which I'm still adjusting to.
I know Tulsa, we're about to have an adult like playground area coming in, so hopefully they'll incorporate these things permanently. But Alexis, I just wanted to say we do miss you so much here. We hope we'll talk with you again soon, and all the best now in your dream job.
Thank you so much, Dave.